Good evening. This is Jennifer Bell with World Religions. So you meet a Buddhist. When Hwanja Lee was a practicing Buddhist, she seemed scared all the time that someone in her family was going to die. She practiced rituals to save her daughter and gave up her infant son because of a superstition about his umbilical cord being wrapped around his neck when he was born. She even tried to become a shaman, but the ritual did not work on her. Mrs. Lee went along with whatever the religious experts said without knowing any better. Neighboring Faiths tells us the history of Buddhism is a history of religious and philosophical speculation. The original teachings became cloaked with increasing levels of divine beings, metaphysics, intuitions, rituals, and more speculations. When she found out that her family was attending a Christian church, she got very upset. She was afraid that attending a different type of church was going to bring about something bad. The Lee family were shown the love of Christ, and that opened their eyes to Christianity. Eventually, they dragged her with them. Her husband told her something that makes so much sense. He was telling her he wanted to convert to Christianity. And of course, she was hesitant. His words to her were, "If one well doesn't provide us water, we must dig another one." Mrs. Lee and her family have converted to Christianity, and she has been able to share the gospel with many of her extended family members that live in different areas of the country. And they have accepted Christ as their Savior also. I love when she says, Buddha hasn't risen back to life, but Jesus had. She speaks of Jesus as an actual historical figure. Cordian says that in Neighboring Faiths, before Buddhists can accept the truth of Christian history, they may have to be convinced that history matters. This is pretty much what happened to her. Another interesting story that Mrs. Lee talks about is ancestor worship, which is an important tradition for Buddhism followers. I kind of looked into it. It freaks me out. I'm the I'm the biggest chicken in the United States, so I don't want to know anything about ancestors coming back and saying, hey. But her pastor visited her home and told her about Luke 16, and it showed her that once you die, you either go to heaven or you go to hell. You do not come back to visit your family. She realized that what she thought was honoring her ancestors when she was really letting evil spirits in. If I was to befriend a Buddhist follower, I would do what Mrs. Lee's friend did. First, I would pray for them every day. Once I became better friends with them, I would have conversations comparing and contrasting Christianity and Buddhism and start inviting them to church. I'm confident that once that door's been opened, God will take over their heart. Thank you. Have a good evening.